What up, y'all? It's your man DJ Poison coming to you live right now from New York, New York. I got my man Zombie in the building.
What is up?
And today we're going to be talking about Prince Harry, kiss and telling, low-key racism, Big Sean and domestic violence, Kevin Hart. And I told y'all last week that I was implementing a new segment. It's going to be called the Email of the Week. We're going to dive into that too.
Right. Don't forget, we have a very tragic story of one called Centonia Brown. Now, if you guys don't know, she was part of a sex trafficking ring, and she was bought by a pimp, and she killed him. She shot him dead, and now she's facing life in prison. This happened back in 2006, I believe, or 2004. 2004. But she's facing life in prison, and now she is just starting to make rounds on the internet, which bothers me because this has been over 10 years and this crap has happened. So the justice system it needs to be changed. So we're going to touch up on that, DJ Poison.
You know, and it's crazy. What baffles me is that she's the victim here.
She is absolutely the victim.
Right, yet she's being charged as, the aggressor.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand how that can be. Our justice system is so fucked up, man. And it all goes back to what we were talking about like last week. I normally don't like to touch on the race card, but if it was, a white girl, I think the shit would have been totally different.
Listen, regardless of her race,
think about it. She's a victim, bro. So why the fuck would they charge her?
I feel like
crime. What do they charge? They charge her with a capital felony, right? Like a murder or something, right?
Yeah, but I think that the charges that were set against her, I feel like that judge or something, that was tipped off, because even somebody with half a brain.
Well, the man must have money if he buying people.
Yeah, and somebody with half a brain could tell that, she finally set herself free.
Yeah.
And she was raped, and she was a single mother, and
I believe what you just said about like being tipped off, because like, bro, I was watching the Allen Iverson documentary. You know who Allen Iverson is, right?
Obviously.
Yeah. I was watching the Allen Iverson documentary yesterday, and I didn't know AI, bro. He went to prison when he was like in the 9th grade.
Really?
He was in a bowling alley. All right, so him and his friends were in a bowling alley in some small city in Virginia, which is it's like the country. A lot of racist white folk.
Of course.
So he was in a bowling alley, and a fight broke out between the whites and the blacks, and he had nothing to do with it. And the crazy thing is, they got everything on video, right? And it clearly shows him leaving. When everybody started fighting, it clearly shows him leaving the scene, leaving the fight. So I don't know what happened, but everybody knew who Allen Iverson was, obviously, because he was a high school All-American. He was very popular. He was like, I think, the number one high school player in the nation, right? Yeah. So everybody knew who he was. So obviously, they're going to say, oh, he touched me, he hit me, because they want money, right?
You want to know something?
The judge reviewed the video and basically found that Allen Iverson and all of his friends were the aggressors. They were beating up white people, and they tried to make it seem like they were the mob. And the fight was, with completely two different people. Right. And they charged him, and he went to prison for, I think he got like 5 years, but he got out in 2 years because it was overturned by the governor. The governor, reviewed the case and said that, it was unconstitutional, and they overturned the case. And when they overturned the case, he ended up not playing high school basketball, but because he was so good, he ended up getting a college scholarship at Georgetown. The coach took a chance on him at Georgetown. Okay. And from there, that's
a movie story.
Yeah, exactly. From there, it was Allen Iverson,
You know what? Guilty by association is such a crappy subject to touch on, because on one hand you do have legit people where they want to be there, yet they weren't the primary aggressor. And then you got people who did not know that they were going to get put in that situation, right? But end up falling anyway.
Him and his friends simply went out to play bowling that night, and a fight broke out. Just shit luck, man. Just shit luck. So
wrong place, wrong time. I hate that.
Exactly. So I said that to say this, bro. If the governor can review that case, and it's kind of sad they had to do 2 years before they even overturn the case. But that's beside the fact. That's a whole nother story. The crazy part is, if they can review that case and overturn it, why don't they do this with the chick? What's her name?
Centonia Brown.
Why don't they do that with her? So something's not right, bro. Something's not right. And then it also raises eyebrows to say, look, maybe our justice system is fucked up. Maybe he needs to be, better regulated, or we need to pay more attention to our justice system.
So listen to this. During her trial, the prosecution argued that the motive for the killing was not self-defense, as Brown claimed, but rather robbery, since Brown took Allen's wallet after she shot him. She was tried as an adult and convicted of first-degree murder. Right. So that little slight all details what changed everything.
Yeah.
Because she took the wallet. She was found with his wallet. The convictions carried out concurrent life sentences and 8 additional years. Brown's life sentence caught criticism.
She got 8 life sentences?
No, she got she got multiple life sentences with 8 additional years. As if those 8 additional years were going to matter, right? However, Brown's conviction does carry the possibility of parole when Brown is 69 years old. Still, her advocates are hoping to change.
She gonna get out before that. She can get out. I mean, the Black Lives Matter, the fucking court. I mean, she can get out before that. To be honest, I honestly think this isn't gonna stick.
To be honest, I don't even see BLM anywhere on any of the articles I read.
It's coming. It's coming because it's still early in the case to kind of figure out where is this gonna go.
I mean, it's just now starting to make rounds. And Kim Kardashian hired a lawyer
for her. Yeah, for the girl. Did the girl have a lawyer?
Not a good one. I mean, obviously not a good one.
She got that's probably
concurrent life sentences. You know,
probably. I'm gonna tell you how the court system works. Basically, when you put on trial, right? You got the prosecutors and you got the judge. Now, the prosecutors sometimes they'll make a deal with the lawyer and say, look, behind closed doors and say, look, you give us Brown and we'll give you this. We'll make a deal. We'll give you, you're looking at 5, for example, you're looking at 5 life sentences, right? But if you agree to this charge, we'll give you 30 years. Because all the prosecutors want is a conviction. That's all they care about, a conviction.
Yeah.
So
they want someone to go down.
Right. So I mean, it could be some foul play behind closed doors. Maybe they made a deal.
It's always the possibility.
And she's too young. She don't know what that means. You know what I mean?
She was only 16. What else is she gonna do?
Yeah, not only that, but the mental. Think about how much of an effect they can have on you mentally.
Yeah. You see. So look at it this way. You were part of a human trafficking ring,
right?
Which is diabolic. First off, for going from that to being paid by a 43-year-old man to have sex with you whenever he wants. So you're practically a sex slave.
Let me ask you something. Was this on U.S. soil?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, of course it was.
And she's how old?
I don't know her age now, but this all happened.
She's underage, I'm sure, right?
She was underage when it all happened.
She was underage, okay.
So according to years of local media reports, a 2011 documentary about her case and court documents detailing Brown's own testimony and that of a juvenile psychiatrist, Brown suffered from fetal alcohol syndrome, grew up in an abusive home, and had run away from her adoptive parents' house prior to becoming involved in prostitution in Nashville. So basically, her adoptive parents were using her as a sex slave too to get money,
right?
And then when she tried to run away, I guess it still caught up to her.
I mean, in court, I'm sure it's a lot of different angles you can go. I mean, she can plead insanity.
She didn't know at the time. She was only,
but her lawyer should know. What I'm saying is that she could plead insanity. She could plead, look.
She had fetal alcohol syndrome. That in itself should not.
She's a child, okay? So she doesn't. We could talk about all the different angles she can go, but she's a kid, so she doesn't know how to process or the justice system works.
Exactly.
She doesn't know. So I blame that on the lawyer.
Yeah.
Hence, that's probably why Kim Kardashian, hired her a lawyer.
Yeah. But it's just sick. That
it is sick.
It is obvious evidence all around that she was part of a sex trafficking ring, and just because she took the man's wallet, she killed him. Where is she? What is she going to do? Where is she going to go? Who can she go to?
That's probably why she took the wallet.
It's a survival instinct.
She needs money. Yeah.
If I was homeless and I was being raped in some apartment, I'm going to take your wallet too. Because I need money to go somewhere.
That's the smart thing to do.
I mean, granted, she probably should have just taken whatever payment.
No, I would have probably took the whole wallet. And remember, she just killed the guy. She ain't think about that.
Yeah.
When you just kill somebody, you're not. You know what I'm saying?
You're not actually there.
Hey, let me plan this shit out. You're like, oh shit, I gotta take this and I gotta go.
And why didn't she probably call the authorities? Probably because she was terrified.
Yeah, she probably thought she didn't get in trouble. She just shot a man.
She was a kid.
Yeah.
And
so on to Prince Harry. Now, if you haven't heard by now, Prince Harry is now engaged to Meghan Markle,
an American
Now, it is alleged that Prince Harry hired lawyers to remove all of the naked pictures of Meghan online.
It's not going to happen.
What does that tell you? Ladies, be careful what you post online.
The internet. Don't do it.
I know his family probably like, yo.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're royalty.
You just married this fucking trick.
This fucking yank.
Yeah. And it's also an interracial marriage, too.
Really?
Yeah, it's also interracial.
Because he's a ginger and she's what?
I think she like black and something. She mixed.
No, she's probably mixed.
Yeah, she probably mixed or something. So, but you can get people some pointers on interracial relationships.
Listen, guys,
my not
wife,
easy.
My wife is mixed.
Yeah.
I love her. All right. Date outside your race.
Nah, but I mean, like dealing with the family and just, in society. Because me, I'm black. In case y'all didn't know, and my wife is, I'm pretty sure they know I'm black. All the Black Lives Matter shit that I talk about.
Yeah.
I'm black. My wife.
You're practically a Black Panther.
Yeah.
Practically.
Oh, I ain't no Black Panther. Now. Don't get it twisted. These people, you can make these people start sending me hate mail, man. But nah, poison love all people. But yeah, I'm black, and my lady, she's of Asian descent. And, anytime we out in public, we get looks and all kind of shit.
Yeah, it's for some people who aren't used to seeing that kind of stuff, they're just going to look at you like...
South Florida.
Yeah, South Florida. Dude, those 2 years that I've lived there.
I could say, when we first got married, it was tough for us because, meeting her family, they weren't exposed to, interracial relationships, at a young age.
In New York, it's so super, super popular.
Yeah, but down, we talking about, and I'm from Palm Beach. So down there, it's not too common. But, just dealing with her family and stuff, they looked at me like I was like, the stereotypical black guy.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. So anyway, on to what's her name, Markle?
I think that relationship's gonna last. I
hope it does. I mean,
hopefully, Prince
she's
Harry,
gonna live in a palace.
hopefully, Prince Harry can get those naked photos removed because I definitely wouldn't want my wife online.
True. True.
All right, so on to Kissing and Telling. Remember I told you I was going to talk about Kissing and Telling?
Yes, sir.
All right, so rapper Camron openly talks about smashing Mase's sister and claims he used to make her squirt.
Man.
Is he doing too much? Mind you, Camron is now 41 years old.
Dude, nobody in Hollywood could catch a break right now. Nobody.
Keep in mind, man, motherfuckers in Hollywood, sometimes you got to tell them, hey, you doing too much.
Way too much.
You 41 years old, you got kids, and you talking about making his sister squirt? What the fuck?
It reminds me of R. Kelly back in the day.
Oh, you get me trapped in the closet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you trapped in the closet, all right, looking at little girls.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, R. Kelly, man, he just needs to just go under a tree and just not.
He's laid low now for more than 10 years.
I bet, bro. But like 2 years ago, bro, 2 years ago, he came back, he like surfaced in the news. Not for anything positive, of course.
Of course.
But because apparently he was fucking, he was fucking somebody's wife, right? So the dude found out about it. And the dude said that he had herpes. Like, he got herpes bumps. So the girl was like, well, the only person I'm fucking is R. Kelly. And R. Kelly was like, don't look at me.
I don't have herpes, motherfucker.
Yeah, so, hey, R. Kelly, man.
Oh, my God. R. Kelly, he's a character, man.
He is a character. He's like the shame of our generation, man.
He's like that creepy uncle that shows up only on Thanksgivings.
Bro, 100. You're right.
Uncle R. Kelly, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing here, man? You at the playground, R. Kelly. Like, we over here. Not at the fucking playground.
Oh, this isn't the bar?
You're like, ooh, looking at the playground. Ooh, these ribs good.
Look at those sneakers.
Yeah. All right, so rapper Camron, he talked about smashing Mase's sister. Camron, grow the fuck up, man. You're 41 years old, dude. You need to stop.
Well, you've reached your longevity. It's not worth it anymore.
If I'm 41 years old, I ain't gonna be talking about making girls squirt and all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Because I don't want my kids talking like that.
My kids will be in college by then.
Yeah, they probably gonna make it. But yeah, man. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, we shouldn't be talking to anybody to any female like that in general, you know, especially at your age when you've had such a long career and you've reached that point of longevity and you're just going to like give yourself a bad name when you just shouldn't have the energy to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it.
Yeah, apparently they got some beef going on. And apparently, that beef, it's been going on for years. So
anything to catch the buzz, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Hollywood for you, right? All right, on the low-key racism and Dancing Dan Rue. Now, if you aren't familiar with Dancing Dan Rue, he's a YouTube sensation who made it big on YouTube for dancing. He's a social media star. Dancing Dan Rue gets caught calling black people niggers. Now, Dan Rue said, quote unquote, "You can say crackers, so I can say nigger." Thoughts?
I think the N-word in general is just a condescending, stupid word that shouldn't be said by anybody.
And so is the C word.
Yeah, anything that has to do with somebody's skin color should not be said. It's just stupid. Like,
I don't know what made him say that, but yeah, it's stupid, it's childish, and that's what keeps this whole black white stigma. Hence, last episode title. That's what keeps this whole stigma alive.
People just don't know how to behave.
Stupid people like Dancing Dan Rue.
People they want to hate. Everybody wants to hate somebody for some reason.
Right.
Everybody wants to hate their stereotype for some reason. And here's the thing: you're not born with this type of racism. It's taught.
Right.
It's taught. Like you learn it through either family or friends.
See, here's the thing: slavery isn't that old. Slavery ended in the last
over 150 years ago.
Yeah, but that's not that long. So you talking about? Just think of it like this: my grandparents, your grandparents, right? They experienced segregation. Their parents experienced slavery. So it hasn't been that long ago. It's only been like 2 generations. It's ended. So, I kind of feel like now with in the new millennium, the new generation, we're slowly realizing that, hey, it's stupid.
Yeah, we've come such a long way.
I shouldn't hate you because of your skin color. We're starting to realize that as generations, get older and
exactly, and it's become prominent in New York City. Right, everybody coming together.
It's a melting pot, man.
But there's always that one person or that one media outlet that has to ruin it and put a bad name on somebody.
Yeah, when I first moved to New York, man, it was kind of like a shock to me because, one, I'm not used to being around that many people. It's a lot of fucking people in New York. If you've never been in New York, I'm telling you, when you get here, you might think, oh, this is cool. But when you first get off the plane or the train or the bus, whatever the fuck you taking, when you get off, you're gonna look around. You might be a little intimidated at first.
You can already smell the industrial air. As soon as you get off.
Exactly. You didn't get that whiff of the city smell every now and then,
dude. It's
bad.
It doesn't smell as bad as people portray it. What it smell? The smell of New York City. It just smells like gasoline and work.
No, but what I mean, like if you're walking down the street every now and then, you get like that whiff for the sewer. It comes up,
Yeah, that happens sometimes. It's unpredictable too. It just comes up out of nowhere and just smacks you in the face, and you're like, "Whoa!"
but back to what I was saying. When I went there for the first time, I was kind of shocked at how much people from different cultures and religions were so willing to talk to me.
Yeah, because up there it's irrelevant, But in different parts of the U.S., it's obviously not. Mm-hmm. And it's sad because all I want is for everyone to come together. Mm-hmm. If I'm hated by somebody and they don't know why they hate me,
it bothers me.
It bothers me.
Yeah, because first of all, I have more friends than I do enemies. Exactly. So if somebody doesn't like me,
it's your problem.
I'll be honest with you. It don't fucking bother me because I don't give a fuck. I know what I am and I know how I am. Yeah. I know I'm a good person. I treat everybody with respect, unless you're on my bad side. But at the same time, if you don't like me, then it might be a problem with you.
Exactly. We're you and I, we're easygoing.
Yeah.
We don't want no problems. We don't want problems. And we don't want no problems with nobody. All we want to do is we want to hang out, talking to a microphone, give people a good show, and be friends with everybody. I mean, obviously, some people are not going to like you. Mm-hmm. Listen to this. You
can't worry about the people that don't like you because, like I said, sometimes it may not be a problem with you. It might be a problem with them.
It just might be a problem with them.
And people don't like people like like us. And not to brag anything, but we successful. We got a family. We got a roof over our heads, and we're genuinely happy.
Yeah, it's not because of my skin color. It's because I'm a hard worker.
Right. So sometimes that could bring along. Sometimes with that, just that alone can bring jealousy. It can bring hate. It can bring envy, and it could bring and people. The people closest to you could be the ones that bring that vibe into your life.
Yeah,
it's sad, but it's true, man.
So I was at the gas station a couple weeks back,
right?
And the line was out the door. I was heading to work. I wanted this was back down when we lived in Florida, and I had gotten my energy drink.
Okay.
And I was waiting online, but I wanted a Slim Jim, and the Slim Jim was right there.
Yeah, you like your Slim Jims.
I stepped out of line.
Yeah.
Just stepped, grabbed the Slim Jim, got right back in line. And this little girl behind me, she I don't know, she had to look like a teenager. She goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "I just wanted a Slim Jim." So you could just get back in line like that? I said,
I would have said, "Fuck yeah!" But see, that's me. That's my temper. I'm like, "Fuck yeah!"
I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You need to check your privilege."
What? She said that?
I'm like,
"Get out of here!"
The guy in front of me starts cracking up.
What the?
Mind you, the guy in front of me is black. And the girl behind me was brown, and I'm white. So the guy in front of me was cracking up. So that's how you know it was different. It was hilarious and just ridiculous.
I wish I was with you. You know what I would have said to her? You know what I would have said?
What?
I would have said, first of all, this is my fucking friend, okay? Second of all, he got a black friend. Yeah, I know that he racist, but he got a black friend. Second of all, his fucking wife black, okay? And his kids is fucking black, Spanish, and white and zombie, whatever the fuck you call it, okay? So
black, white, and zombie.
I'm like, so you need to check the privilege. You need to shut the fuck up, all right?
So this is what I said to her. I looked at her. Yeah. I said, "What privilege are you talking about here?"
Yeah.
She's like, "You're white. You need to check your privilege." I said, "I'm just as broke as you. I'm trying to go to work."
That's even better.
I'm trying to go to work. What privilege are you talking about? I wouldn't be in this gas station getting a Monster.
That's even better.
If I had privilege.
That comeback.
I was just at an awe. I was at a loss of words.
Yeah.
And the guy in front of me, he just could not stop laughing.
What'd she say when you said that?
She was like, "Oh hell no, you're white. You don't have to worry about anything and shit like that." I'm like,
"Are you serious?"
I'm like, "You sound."
What was this? Which gas station? What area?
This was the one on You remember PGA going as soon as you get off 95, you go on PGA, and then there's like a Shell to the right.
Yeah,
that one.
It was in that one?
It was in that one.
Oh, and that's like a generally white area.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, "Girl, you know where you at?"
Right? You're in Gardens. You need to check yourself.
Yeah, for real. That's crazy, man. I can't believe she said that to you.
Dude, I tried so hard not to laugh at her. I wanted to...
But see, it's crazy because where I'm from, in my early days, it was, in the ghetto, you would have certain friends that would talk like that. They'd be like, "Oh, look at those, those C words." I'm not gonna say it because I ain't trying to. But they'd be like, "Look at those C words," or "Look at the troll." But I wouldn't associate myself with that. I'd be like, "Yo," and I told one of my friends one time. I said, "Yo, bro," I said, "Don't talk like that around me, bro." He's like, "Why? What's the problem? Like, would you like them or some shit?" I was like, "Nah, it's not that I like them," but I said, "How would you like it if they were, in their neighborhood calling you N-word? You ready to fight, right?" Yeah. So I said, it works both ways, bro.
Yeah, stereotypes are funny if you want to joke about it with your friend, but
your friends.
I'll joke with you about color and stereotypes, but I'm not like for real,
right?
I'm not gonna be like, "Oh no, it's all black people."
Well, now it depends on who says what, because I'm a strong believer. 95% of what you say, even if it's jokingly, is sometimes true. You can say I'm just joking because you don't want to come across as
if it's untrue. Then I'm joking.
No, but I'm saying other people. Some people might say, "Oh, I'm just playing," but they'll say it just because they don't want to come off as like, you know what I mean, or I really mean this about you. That's what I said. Certain. But you know I'm joking. Yeah. And it takes that level of trust between a pair of people to know if that person's really being serious or not.
Yeah,
you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I see you and like if you and I are hanging out, right? We're in the mall. And say, hypothetically, we see a black guy walking and he's sagging his pants down to his knees, right. And I go, "Hey, look, bro, look what your people are doing. You know, you're gonna laugh at me like, yo, shut the hell up.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But if we see a white guy in like a plaid vest and be like, yo, bro, look those are your people.
Yeah.
Go get your man. Tell him to put some sleeves on.
I know you playing.
You know,
I know you playing. But if you walking by me and you said that and I overheard it, I'd be like, what?
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
What's your problem?
This guy's problem. You know. Yeah, you're right. It takes a certain level of trust. True. Now on to Big Sean, and I want to talk about domestic violence because domestic violence is becoming. It seems like it's a cancer. The years go by, it's getting worse and worse and worse. But I don't want to just talk about domestic violence. I want to talk about domestic violence with women because sometimes women be the aggressor. Sometimes women knock the niggas upside their head, and they don't get in trouble for it. So I want to talk about that. Now, if you aren't aware, Big Sean, Naya Rivera, which is rapper's Big Sean ex-fiance, was charged with domestic violence. Naya was at her husband's family home, which is not Big Sean, for Thanksgiving, when she allegedly attacked her husband. There were also rumors that Naya abused Big Sean during their relationship. Now, I think by people saying that she allegedly abused Big Sean during the relationship, it's kind of like it's not a good look.
It's not a good look at all.
So when they say a woman abused you, it's
and
like,
that's that double standard that I hate so much. Yeah. It's like, oh, you're a man. Why is your lady beating on you?
Yes.
But in reality, it's like,
that nigga can't fight.
Listen, some women can have that level of intimidation that men can't handle. You know, like say you're passive, and you married a woman who's a freaking jiu-jitsu black belt, and she's like,
you're gonna be scared of her.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, and then she goes, yo, shut up. You're gonna be like, okay.
Nah, but see, that's what I'm saying. I don't know any man that'll just be like, okay, like, unless you like, you got to be like a specific. You got to fit into a specific category to be that kind of male. You got to be
passive. You got to be super passive.
Yeah, like one of those like game nerdy kind of guys that like, because I don't know any males that would like passively say, okay, like.
I read it. I was a couple
even if a girl can beat you up, I don't know any guy just be like, okay,
Yeah.
But you do have some girls who be telling, they're the aggressor. They like, the guy say something, she'll be like, yo, shut the fuck up. You do have women like that.
Yeah. And you also have guys who just hate conflict.
And then one thing that I do hate, women know that they can get away with certain things. So
yeah, because the court's in their favor.
I've had
95% of the time the court is always in their favor.
I've had friends, and I kid you not, bro. I've had friends where I was at their house, and I'll be like, yo, let's go out and play some basketball or something, right? And he'd be like, okay, I gotta ask my wife. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Ask your wife. You know what I'm saying? I respect it, whatever. I don't know what y'all got going in a relationship, but fine. Ask your wife. I don't give a fuck. So he asked his wife, and he's like, yo, my wife said I can't go. I'm like, what you mean she said you can't go? I'm like, why are you talking? You all right, bro? He was like, nah. He was like, I'll just talk to you later. So I'm like, okay. So I leave, and he texts me like, yo, my wife, like, you know what I'm saying? She like went crazy. Like she slapped me and shit. Like,
what?
Yeah, like she smacked him upside his head. But that's what I want to talk about because women know they can get away with certain things.
Yeah.
And they know that if you hit them back, and let's say somebody do call the police or they call the police,
it's going to look bad on you because you're the man.
All hell finna break loose. You going to jail 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
When they're the aggressor. So
it's very sad because there are some guys out there who just hate conflict and just they don't want to get to quarrels with their significant others, but then their wife or girlfriend they just bring it.
I had a friend one time. He called me when he got into it with his wife or girlfriend. I can't remember what they were, but he called me and he was like, "Yo, can I like sleep over your pad?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what you mean? What's going on? You got your own house, so you can sleep over here." He's like, "Oh, my wife." I'm like, "What's going on with your wife?" He's like, "Oh, she, I think it's better if I'll talk to you when I get there." So he comes to my house and he's like, "Yo, we got in a fight and she kept punching me, blah blah blah." I'm like, "What did you do?" I said, "It's not what I did, it's what she did." And she got upset with me for doing something that she did wrong. And I was like, yeah, man. So I let him spend the night. But, it just goes to show you that, women can be the aggressor sometimes too. And he said he left the house because he said that if she keep hitting him, it's no telling what he'll do. He'll just snap. And I was like, yeah, it's better off you just come over and spend the night and then we'll, figure that shit out.
Yeah, because that can open up a can of worms for yourself too. Yeah,
exactly. So, and then because I know both of them, and I talked to her about it, and I'm like, yo, so the fuck is going on? Like, why? He's telling me, you hit him and shit, and she was like, yo, I didn't hit him. He hit me. I said, nah. I said, listen, you about 120 pounds, okay? My friend's 220 pounds, all muscle. So I said, if he hit you, you gonna have something.
You're gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
You have no bruises, nothing on you. I said, so I don't believe that.
Yeah, and it just goes to show like the level of restraint.
Unfortunately, if she would have called the cops and let's say he didn't leave, and she said he hit him, whether she had no visual marks whatsoever, I bet you he would have went to jail.
Oh, of course.
And then now
they'll arrest you right there.
Yeah, and now his whole life ruined.
Yeah, and it just goes to show that the level of restraint that some of these men have to have. It's crazy.
Yeah. Now, on to Kevin Hart, I want to say congratulations to Kevin Hart.
Congratulations, KB. KH.
Congratulations to Kevin Hart and his beautiful wife, Aniko Hart. By the way, the snackback game was crazy. It doesn't even like she had a baby, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations to them. Now, I told you guys last week that I was going to incorporate a new segment in the show called Email of the Week. But before we get to that, I think Zombie has a few other things that he wants to talk about.
All right. So, real quick, if none of you guys, enjoy gaming or in the gaming culture, so I want to bring light to this because it's a growing issue within video game publishers themselves. All right, so basically, EA, they just released Star Wars Battlefront 2, and if you guys aren't aware right now, they just
good game.
It's great,
I like
but it's being overshadowed by microtransactions, and EA just had a PR nightmare. They had a PR nightmare over the course of since the beta was out. That the game
EA meaning the whole sports franchise,
the entire publisher company of Electronic Arts is now in a PR disaster, and they may lose the license for Star Wars because it was so bad that Disney stepped in. So here's the rundown, guys.
What happened with that?
So after Battlefront 1, they started development in Battlefront 2. Oh, cool, we're finally getting a sequel.
Right.
Once the beta came out, people brought up suspicion of pay to win due to its loot boxes. Now, if you guys aren't aware of loot boxes, it just became a huge thing recently over the course of like 3 years. Basically, in order for if a publisher or a developer wants the game to go on to continue making money off that game over the course of a couple of years, they implement what's called microtransactions. Basically, you can pay real money to get in-game currency or to get things in the game that would usually require you to play it to unlock it. Now,
virtual VC.
Yeah. So, some games, is purely cosmetic just to make your character look cool. Other games, like Star Wars Battlefront 2, became a pay to win. So if you spend enough of mom and dad's money, you can buy all these loot boxes with real money.
But that's with any game. You can always decide to purchase the VC instead of earning it via.
Yeah, but it was bad. It was really, really bad.
They pretty much made it so you had to purchase.
Yes, absolutely. On Reddit, there was a guy who actually...
Reddit is a blogging site, in case some of you guys don't know.
Yeah. There was a guy who actually did all the math on how long it would take to progress in the game without spending any money. And just to unlock Darth Vader alone would take 40 hours...
Of gameplay?
Of pure gameplay, saving up every bit
but that's
of virtual currency.
Not a long time, though. Because you don't want to unlock everything too fast in a video game.
So here's the kicker. It would take over 4,500 hours to unlock everything in the game. And over $2,100.
Considering how long you spend playing games weekly, that's not...
But
you know what I mean?
Here's the thing.
Because think about when I play a game, I don't want everything easy, like where I can unlock everything so fast and beat everybody.
Of course we want challenges, but they made it predatory. They made it so that you should. The progression is so slow that it just reduces all incentive to want to keep playing and get it yourself.
You're pretty much burnt out by the time you
I don't want to spend $4.99 on things. I want to play. I want to get it. Let's say I want to... Darth Vader, the most beloved character in the Star Wars franchise, I don't want to spend 40 hours. Bro, I play around 2-3 hours a day.
Kind of guy anyway, so.
Maybe 1 to 2 hours a day I play video games. It would take me over a month to unlock this character.
Oh, yeah, that's a long game.
Think about it.
That's a long time.
You know, me being,
most people don't even play the same game that long.
Exactly. I'll get bored of it if I don't unlock anything.
Yeah.
All right, so back
That's kind of where I am with Destiny too, by the way. I'm kind of like, it's the same. Like, I don't see anything.
They're having an issue right now too. They rigged the game for experience. But anyway, so back to the nitty and gritty of Electronic Arts. Their practices on the exploitation of young people in order to get money out of them, it caused a huge gamer backlash. They lost $3.1 billion in stocks.
Wow.
Dude.
That's a lot of money.
The state of Hawaii and other countries in Europe are bringing it legally to determine if it's gambling or not. Because if you spend money, you're not 100% guaranteed to get what you pay for.
Hang on. So, for the listeners, break down exactly what like in non-computer language. Break down what you mean, like what's going on with the company.
Boxes.
Like,
all right, so basically,
explain it.
All right, so basically, a loot box is like a package you get that you pay for with virtual currency, either using real money or progressing through the game in order to unlock upgrades for said character that you want to use. So, for instance, say I'm playing as, like in Star Wars, a stormtrooper, and I want to make my guy stronger. I want to make his, lasers stronger. I want to make his health stronger. I would purchase loot boxes, and you get this in-game currency through playing the matches.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of people out there who play video games who don't purchase anything. They get those things by experience points.
Yes.
By gamer score.
Yes.
So let's say for the people who don't want to purchase nothing, they just want to play the game.
Yeah.
What kind of information would you give them?
It's going to take a really long time.
So you're saying that it's going to take longer than any other game they've ever played?
Longer than, I haven't played every single game, but
most of the games you played, you're saying that this game in particular is going to take longer.
Yeah, it's got all the essentials of a free to play game in a $60 game. This is the kind of crap you put in games that you could download and play for free on mobile devices.
Got you.
But they're putting all of that in a $60 game. I'm already paying $60 for the game. I don't want to pay anything else.
Right.
I don't want to.
I agree with you.
I don't want to spend 40 hours trying to unlock one character because there's a bunch of cool guys that I want to.
You know what? With the whole Star Wars franchise, man, with EA, I don't think they did a good job with Star Wars, man, because the first Star Wars was fucking like. First of all, I grew up playing Star Wars when it was back on N64, Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
And it was a fucking phenomenal game.
It was great.
Phenomenal. Now, I tried to play, Battlefront with Xbox One. And I haven't played a Star Wars game in, decades. So I decided to try it out. But the first Star Wars, I didn't like it. Okay, first of all, I felt like there was no organization to the game. I feel like you were just playing, people pop up out of nowhere, and the game never ends. It's like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, how do I get
it became
the next
incredibly
weapon?
repetitive.
How do I get, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There was no structure to the game. And so I feel like, okay, Battlefront 2, they're coming out. And it has more things to do and more structure, but now I'm deterred I'm deterred from buying the game now because of what you're telling me.
Yeah, and
I don't want to play 40 hours to get a character.
And you should. And literally, like hundreds of thousands of people did not want to buy this game off of principle. It's all over the internet. It's all over YouTube. It's all over Facebook. EA took a huge hit because of its predatory practices.
EA has been slowly declining. I'm a big sports game player, and I feel like after about 2005, that's when I made the switch from EA to 2K Sports. And ever since then, EA's been going down. 2K has been better in every other way, as far as MMA, basketball, football, I don't know if you remember way back when 2K made football games. It was called like NFL 2K2, 2K3.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was better than Madden.
Yeah.
So EA slowly declining, man. They're only known for the sports games. They're not really known for like a Star Wars game.
Yeah, and I think they should just stick to sports games because
I think so too.
They're they've turned it.
If you notice, 2K's been doing the same. I mean, they ventured off to like Mafia 3 because Mafia 3 is made by 2K. I think they ventured off into what's some other games they ventured off into. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they tried to venture off, and their games are okay, but 2K is generally known for their sports games.
Yeah,
NBA 2K, WWE 2K, the UFC game.
But unfortunately, EA is their publisher, and
no, EA is not 2K publisher.
It's not 2K publisher.
No, they're two different entities. 2K was started in 2K got big in the year 2000 when they made NBA 2K.
Yeah,
and it was made to compete with EA. So 2K and EA, they're competitors.
Oh.
But like I said, so far 2K has been making the better games.
Yeah, I mean,
and they never ventured off to all this other bullshit like EA is trying to do.
Yeah. So in I think in the last year or two alone, EA made over $800 million off of microtransactions alone. That's so predatory, dude. Because think about it. It introduces kids into gambling because when you spend money, you don't know what you're going to get. It's not like you're going to say, $4.99 for this character.
So I said that's what I was talking about letting the people know. So what you're telling me now is that if I buy this Battlefront 2 game, right, I have to purchase a pack with random shit.
With random upgrades. Some of them could be shitty.
And they
some of them could come out
$4
good.
or $5 a pop.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck
and
that. Fuck that.
And that was implemented there so that it could make people, oh man, let me try again.
Nah, man. Yeah,
it becomes gambling.
That,
legally, it's not labeled as gambling.
If you're gonna do that, sell a game for $10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And dude, it's become a huge disaster for EA. They after the whole thing, they immediately took out microtransactions.
That pissed me off.
And not because people were getting pissed off, it's because they were making Star Wars look bad, and Disney.
And let me dive off to another subject real fast because I it's funny because before we started this episode, I didn't know we were going to talk about games, but now I want to. Now you just touched on something with all the recent new consoles coming out, like the Xbox One, you got the One X, you got the One S, you got the PlayStation, you got the PlayStation 4 Pro, and you got the PlayStation 4. With all this new shit coming out, man, but the thing that baffles me is these consoles are basically the same consoles, but
just a little stronger processor.
Nah, the newer model they have 4K, but it's the same game, and also the games are instead of 60 like 70 now. What the?
It's all about making money because they realize
that's what I don't like anymore. It's not about the user experience.
It's not about user experience anymore.
I remember back then when they had the fucking Xbox, the Xbox 360, and then the Xbox One, and then they had the PlayStation 2, 3. It was more about the actual gameplay.
Yeah,
like they wanted to do things nobody's done before. Now it's just like, let's just make this game, put it out.
Now they're exploiting it because people love playing video games, and they're trying to make as much money as they could.
It's going to ruin the market.
And EA is basically becoming the example.
I'm about to go back to Sony, man. To be honest with you, they got better exclusive content.
The PS4 has a lot of
they got way better. They killing Xbox with exclusive content.
Yeah,
and I feel like the games are better structurally made because I don't know if you know, but before the Xbox came out, PlayStation already had the fucking market.
Yeah,
it was PlayStation, Nintendo, and Sega. Remember the Sega Dreamcast, but they went out of business. They got sued.
Nintendo destroyed Sega.
Yeah,
but after the Xbox came out,
no, Sega got sued because they tried to I think they tried to copy PlayStation, and then the PlayStation sued them, and then they put them out of business.
I think I remember reading that somewhere. I don't remember where.
Yeah, and it pissed me off
back in the 90s.
It pissed me off like 99. It pissed me off because I bought a fucking Dreamcast. Yeah, and I learned when I bought it, they sued them and they weren't making no more games for it.
After Sonic Adventure, that was it, right?
I was mad as a motherfucker, man. But yeah, if that's the case with the Star Wars game, no bueno.
Yeah, so they effectively immediately took out all the microtransactions temporarily because Disney was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're ruining the whole game.
You're ruining Star Wars.
Yeah, you are ruining Star Wars because the first one, like I said, sucked.
Yeah.
The graphics and all the shit, the cool shit you could ride was cool, but it sucked.
So after this whole PR disaster that EA had, now people are, like, some guy made a petition to have Disney take the Star Wars license away from EA. Mm-hmm. Take it away so that they can't make any more Star Wars games.
Yeah.
Which I think would be good because EA is just in the business of making money. They're not in the business.
Well, EA, like I said, if you do your research on EA is around for sports games, not for fucking you know, all this other shit.
They made so much money, mostly on FIFA. FIFA was their biggest FIFA was the cash cow.
FIFA was big
because of all the because of Ultimate Team.
Yep.
Complicated. Net neutrality is basically free internet.
Well, isn't the internet already free?
Yeah, that's what net neutrality is.
You download Internet Explorer, you're on the internet. It's free.
That's it.
Okay.
FCC wants to repeal net neutrality, so the internet is not free, and it could give
who is? What you said? FCC.
The FCC.
Now, who is that?
All right, so the FCC is basically the Federal Communications Commission.
Gotcha.
And they regulate the internet in some way.
It's kind of like broadcasting.
Yeah.
They regulate the airwaves, make sure it's...
Well, it's basically they put laws in place...
For the internet. Got you.
So, if they're the chairman of the FCC, his name is Ajit Pai. I probably butchered his name, but I don't care because he's a fucking scumbag. He formerly worked as a lawyer for Verizon, and he wants to eliminate net neutrality so that he can, so that basically service providers like Verizon, Comcast, AT&T, can charge you for internet use. So not only do you have to pay for Wi-Fi, but if you want to use Google,
you're already paying for Wi-Fi.
Facebook, if you want to use Google, Facebook, other social media outlets, New York Times, you have to pay a premium for that.
To use the service. Wow.
So free internet is gone.
No, nobody. Do you have to how does that process work? You have to vote. You have to vote for it.
Yeah, so they're voting on it, and
that's not gonna pass, man.
So the end of the vote should be
I don't know if you realize this, but years back when you have to go to like Publix or Winn-Dixie and actually get the new software update for AOL, AOL Online, and it was free at the time, but technically, matter of fact, no, I think they charged you to pick up the new version of AOL. Right?
Yeah, but
remember they used to have them in a basket and a disc?
Yeah, in that little box.
Yeah. You had to take it home and download.
Install it.
But I think you would have to pay for them. I'm not quite sure. But I think they did like charge you like a couple cents to like pick it up from the...
but that was back when the internet wasn't really...
But what I'm saying is, it's kind of it's the same concept. And back then, there was only one internet provider. You didn't have Mozilla Firefox. You had Internet Explorer, but you didn't have Mozilla Firefox. You didn't have Google Chrome. You didn't have Safari because there was no Apple. You didn't have all these different internet providers that you could download and use. You had one. It was AOL Online, either AOL Online or nothing. So it's kind of like this came the same concept, but the only thing is he's trying to charge.
Yeah, it's all about making money, and this guy is receiving so much backlash. And
I'm gonna tell you why that's not gonna work, because the internet is a universal
tool.
It's a universal, it's a universal tool. People all over the world use the internet, so that would be almost damn near impossible. Because how would you regulate it across the whole world?
Because well, not across the world, just in the U.S. So
now that's some bullshit.
It would basically allow service providers like AT&T and Comcast to charge internet companies like Google to charge people.
That's never going to pass, man.
And what it's meant to do is that if you want fast internet, you have to pay for it. And if you don't pay for it, it's like ridiculously
It's kind of like a hotel.
Slow.
You go to a hotel and you got to pay for high-speed internet.
Yeah.
Kind of like the same thing.
It's like you're already paying for a hotel room.
Right.
Now you got to pay for the internet.
No, but I mean, if you go to a hotel room and you say you want to use the internet, some hotels the internet's included. Some of them you actually have to pay like $2 actually use the internet.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the concept there.
Yeah, well, no, that's not going to work. It's never going to work.
Yeah, and a lot of it's.
Can you imagine the uproar if he made people pay for internet?
So many companies that actually use the internet are speaking out against it too.
Yeah, because they're going to lose money.
Because now they have to charge people.
The Amazons, which is now the new Walmart almost.
Yeah.
They going to have, you cause them to lose money.
Yeah, and so like it's like something simple as trying to Google something.
Now I can tell you what he can do. Now he can do, what he can do is create his own internet service, like a Internet Explorer, like a Mozilla, his own internet program. He can create his own and charge people to use it. Now, people may not use it because, like I said, there's so many other internet programs that you could use for free. But if he offered like a premium service, that could possibly work.
Yeah, but he
Like
doesn't.
some kind of special. I mean, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but they're all about the business of making money.
That's what I'm saying. If he creates his own program and charges people to use the internet on his program and offers some kind of premium content or something special with that program, yes, he could make money. Like, for example, if he said, okay, I'm going to charge people to use the internet and use my program on the internet, I'm going to charge people. But if you sign up and you pay, you get YouTube, you get Amazon, you get
And it
Netflix.
streams super fast and stuff like that.
You can't get Netflix, Amazon, and YouTube on any other internet program, only mine. People will probably pay for it.
Yeah.
So if you do something like that, it'll work.
Yeah, but it's shitty because if I just want to stand there and Google something, I don't want to have to pay a fucking premium for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
If I want to watch videos on YouTube, I don't want to have to pay
Nobody
premium
reads books anymore. It's all online. I read online.
So. Yeah, if this podcast, we wouldn't be able to do it anymore.
Right, we have to pay a premium for the internet, and we have to pay
online gaming would be over,
and we have to pay a premium for our host.
Yeah,
on the internet. So
which can get expensive after a while.
Very expensive.
You can't play games online.
Yeah,
because it's just too slow.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
and you already pay for.
You already pay for it.
For Xbox Live.
I'm already paying for Xbox Live. What, I got to pay a premium to use the internet now?
Wow.
I'm already paying for Wi-Fi. Everything wants a payment.
Now, next episode is going to be, you don't want to miss it, ladies, because next episode, we're going to give you guys, we're basically going to be the Steve Harvey of radio. We're going to give you guys tips on the male, on men and how men think when it comes to dating, sex, and relationships. So you definitely want to miss next episode. It's going to be a banger. All right, guys. Now on to the email of the week. This email, I believe, is from, what's her name? Yeah, I believe it's Sarah. Anyway, it reads as follows. Hey, guys. I love the show, and I hope you take my email. So me and my boyfriend have been dating for 5 years. I recently hinted to him that I want to be with him forever and possibly get married. When I told him this, he laughed and said he doesn't know. I really like this guy, and I want to be more serious when it comes to our future. I recently caught him texting another girl in a flirty way. When I confronted him about this, he said she was just a friend from work. Oh, the dreaded friend, huh? I didn't want to press the issue and seem jealous, so I simply said, okay. I guess my question to you guys is, should I be patient with him or just move on? I love him, but sometimes I feel like I am just a toy to him. I give him blowjobs. I give him blowjobs when I give him blowjobs when he wants them. I surprise him with new things that he wants. I once even had sex with one of his friends to make him happy. There's your problem right there. It says, what should I do to show him I want marriage? So, this is Zombie speaking. The only thing you showed him is that you're willing to be his toy. Pretty much. What do you want to marry him? And listen. Look, in the email, she didn't say how old she was, but I'm guessing she's pretty young, about our age. You gotta understand something. And men at that age, man, they're not really looking to be tied down if they don't have to be. So you gotta show him you're worth being tied. You're worth getting married to. No, it's too late. It's too late for that. By you having, I wouldn't say it's too late, but by her having sex with one of his friends, you know. Who I wouldn't. What? All right. Listen. What's her name? Sarah. Yeah, I think it's Sarah. Listen. From the very beginning of the relationship, you got to hold yourself and him to a standard. You're not doing that. Nah. The standard you're giving him is that he could toy with you whenever he wants. Right. And if he's telling you that he doesn't know if he wants to get married to you, it's probably because you haven't demonstrated right. Wife material. Look, if you don't take yourself serious, he's not going to take himself serious. I'm sorry, but you having sex with one of his friends, that's not taking yourself serious. And you can't just give him blowjobs because it makes him happy. Like, come on, man. It goes both ways. It's a respect thing. It goes both ways. You know, he has to hold you to a standard. You got to hold him to a standard. That's how you make relationships work. Right. You know? Well, I think what she's trying to say is that she doesn't know what he wants. You know what I mean?
Well, because he's probably not telling her.
Well, he's not going to tell her. He's a guy. He's not.
No, he's not going to tell her because she already...
Let me tell you something. Guys don't like to talk about their feelings, okay? So, like I said, in order for you to get his attention, mama, you gotta show him you're worth his attention. Show him that, you are valuable. Show him that, you're wanted, that other people want you.
Listen,
if he wants you to do these things, start taking a step back from him and say, look, I think we need a break. Even though you love him and you want to get married to him, just say, look, I think you need a break. And I think they've been together for 5 years when I read the email, right?
Yeah.
It's like 5 years. That's a long time.
That is a long time.
So he's not going to just be with you for 5 years if he don't like you. So obviously he likes you, but maybe the problem is you're doing too much for him.
You're doing way too much. If he's over here talking to other girls now, that just opens doors and plants seeds.
Well,
Imagine
she said that the girl he was talking to was a friend from work. But you know how that goes, man.
You know how that goes.
Yeah, you know how that goes.
Listen, I don't want to sound like, I'm being a Debbie Downer, but this is just the truth. You have displayed behavior that he's not taking you seriously.
It's whole behavior. It's whole behavior.
He's not taking you seriously.
And I don't know any guy that's gonna wife a girl that would have sex with one of his friends.
But you got to understand something.
I understand she's trying to make him happy, but
there's a difference between making him happy and ensuring future happiness. Like you have to portray that wife standard.
Right.
You can't just be like, okay, I'll do whatever you want because I love you.
But then again, that's what I'm saying. There's some relationships, like for example, Floyd Mayweather, one of my favorite boxers. He has four different women. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he wants something like that. But if she don't want nothing like that, then you just gonna have to move on.
You're gonna have to cut the ties.
But you messed it up when you had sex with one of his friends. And stop the blowjob shit. Stop giving it to him every time he wants it. If he wants a blowjob and he ain't treating you right, fuck him. Don't do it.
You trained his mind to think that he could get whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
Exactly. Exactly.
And if you oh my goodness, you have to, like Poison said, you got to take a step back.
Yeah, you have to
take a step back. Say, listen, I told you, I'm serious with you. I want to get married. So this is how it's going to work. All right, I'm not going to do these things anymore. If this is how you want to act or how you want to behave for our future, then that's it then. But I've been with you for 5 years. I don't know how old you are because I can't.
I don't think it said in there. I don't think it said how old she was.
But hypothetically, if you're in your 20s, in your late 20s, and you're looking to settle down, the damage is done. You trained his mind to think that he could get it.
Right.
He's not going to take you seriously now.
Like I said, if she really loves him, man, and she want to be with him, and possibly look at marriage, like you said, man, she's gonna have to take a step back. She really gonna have to take a step back and stop giving him everything he wants, and more importantly, don't have sex with his friends and whenever he tell you. Don't do that.
Take it from Poison and Zombie. We're both married men.
Yeah.
The first thing
we've been around the block.
Yeah,
I've been around the block.
When I established my relationship with my wife, I made her know that I'm serious. I want to settle down. Right. I don't want to play no games. There are no games in this relationship.
That's what I'm saying. If he really cares, now I'm questioning if he really cares about her, because if he really did care about her, he gonna let her know.
I don't think
for example, like my girl, your girl, we let them know, hey, this is what we want.
Yeah.
How we want it and when we want it.
Exactly. No games should be played. He's playing games with you. He's over here. Y'all been together for 5 years and he's talking to other girls. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That opens doors.
But I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna say this for next episode about men, love, relationships, and sex. I'm gonna say it for next episode because I'm gonna dive into It's a long topic. It might take the whole episode because this is gonna dive into how we think and how we see relationships. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Here's a little hint of what we're gonna get into next episode. Just because a guy talks to another girl does not mean he doesn't love the one he's with.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes
that's true.
it could be what do you call it? What's the word for it? It could be like when a guy tries to stay focused, but the women, she's like seducing him. It could be like seduction kind of thing.
Listen,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That kind. You see, it's hard because a woman can seduce a man.
And we talked about men in jealous, envy, and hate, but it can come from women too. And matter of fact, women are more jealous than men.
Yeah.
If another girl see you happy with your lady,
They're gonna try to get involved sometimes.
Yeah, man.
But you know, you gotta be like DJ Poison. You gotta be like Zombie. You gotta be strong. You gotta love your wife. And you know, Sarah, I'm sorry, but this guy, you've already let him down.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. You gotta live in reality, man. Look, I tell people all the time. Look, you got a girl, right? Don't lie and say you don't look at other women, because you do. I do it. I'm a guy. We all do it. All right? So, ladies, if your man tell you he don't look at another guy, ding, 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 that's a red flag. Your light bulbs go off, and you might want to, check him out a little more because he's lying to you. I'm going to tell you right now, as a man, he's lying. I'm going to tell you right now, he's lying to you, because I had these conversations with my girl all the time. I'd be like, look, keep it 100 with me. Do you look at other guys and be like, oh, he's cute, but not act on it? Yeah, she do. I do it. But, you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to be honest in your relationship, because if you're not, how you expect to trust each other?
And you got to be honest with him, because I don't think he's being honest with you. You need to give this man, like a rundown. You got to give him an ultimatum. You got to be like, listen, this is what I want. This is how I want it. And be reasonable too. You can't just be like, no.
Right.
You have to. You've already let him think that he could do whatever he wants now.
Yeah, he's gonna run with it.
He's on. He's on.
And right now, he probably think he in heaven, because you got a girl. He got
He
pussy.
probably thinks that you'll never leave him. He already banged his friend.
He got girl. He got pussy. He got freedom. He can talk to other girls. Right now, he living the fucking dream as a male.
Yeah, and you let him think like that. You let him think like that.
Fault. If you cut that shit off and like I said, start taking a step back, I guarantee you his mood is going to change.
Listen, men
either one or two things. He's going to leave you for another girl, or he's going to straighten her up and say, look, I don't want to lose this girl, and she's going to leave me if I don't straighten up.
Yeah, men want one of two things. They want to either commit, settle down, get married, or they want to play around because they don't think it's worth it. Here's the thing. He doesn't think you're worth it. I'm going to tell you right now, he does not think you are worth it.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, Zoe, because he might think she's worth it, but he might think he can get away with it.
That's the thing. If she's not worth the marriage.
If she allows it, then why not? Why stop?
Exactly. She is already, she already lets him get away with so much. He knows that he could take advantage now. He's not going to want to settle down. It's all about survival. A man wants a woman that can help him survive. A woman wants a man that can help her survive.
Word.
It's not about, you got to be faithful. You've already let him know that he could get away with whatever he wants.
She's being faithful, but she's doing what he wants her to do.
You can't do that. You gotta draw lines. You gotta set boundaries. My wife would tell me right now, she'd be like, listen, I don't want you talking to other girls. I'm like, all right, cool with that. We're married. I don't want you talking to other guys. Cool.
Yeah, you got to be cool with that. You got to respect the.
You got to respect the boundaries.
Of your significant other.
Yeah, and he's not laying boundaries down for you.
Look. The best thing for her, I think, with Sarah, the best thing for you, Sarah, is to sit down, have a heart-to-heart talk, and just let him know how you feel. Everything you put in the email, let him, tell him about it. But don't be naive, and don't be, don't let him control the conversation. You got to be in control, and you have to draw a line in the sand, because if you don't, he's going to keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah, you have to. My verdict here is that you have to take 10 steps back.
So you do that. You email us back and let us know how that went. Go from there. Sit down, talk to him. Say, look, I'm not going to keep doing this. You're talking to other girls. You want me to do things that are, that I don't agree with. Let them say, I'm done with it. This ends now. Either you want me or you want to keep fucking off.
Yeah. That's a matter of what it comes down to, because when you're grown up, you have to do grown up things.
And you know what? It's 1,000 fish in the sea, mama. You will find somebody else.
Yeah.
The
standards have to change.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to your survival and your happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And ask yourself this question and really, really dig deep down. Are you really, really going to be happy with him and with the way he's going for the rest of your life?
Right.
And don't, like Poison said, don't be naive. Really, really think about it. Is it really, really worth it in the long run?
Yep.
Because you want to get married to the guy, and are you you cool with him talking to other girls? Be real with yourself. Are you really cool with him talking to other girls? Are you really cool with him letting you bang his friend?
Because you look at it this way. Would he be cool with you talking to other guys?
No, he wouldn't. And if he is, he's just as stupid.
I bet you bottom dollar, his whole fucking outlook on life would change if he found you talking to another guy.
Yeah.
Everything will stop.
Everything will change.
So, or yeah, shit, I would even threaten him with talking to another guy. But yeah, just do that and, email us back and let us know.
Be kind.
I want to know how that goes.
Remember, be kind, be patient. Just be patient with him.
Yeah.
Don't let him think that you're
like
in there
I said,
to fight.
I wish I knew how old they were. I don't know their age, but I wish I knew how old they were because if they're younger, I mean, shit. We were at that point at one time.
Yeah.
Even when I got
smart.
Even when I got married. I'm gonna say that for next episode.
Yeah. That's something to touch on next week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up another edition of the Stir It Up Podcast. Don't forget, you can email us at thestirreduppodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's thestirreduppodcast@gmail.com for a chance to be featured on the show. And just email us one of your questions, and we'll do our best to answer the question.
And pretty soon, we're going to start implementing live calls during the show, too.
Yes,
so
that will be coming soon.
We will announce it, and when we do, we're going to give you guys...
No, we should do. We should actually have an interview next show. We should actually bring
someone in.
Yeah, bring somebody in. We'll bring a special guest in.
Yeah, we'll do that.
And work on that. All right, so there you go. Next episode, we're going to be doing the new segment, Email of the Week, which is actually a fan favorite. I gotten a lot of feedback from you guys saying you like that segment of the show. And also, we'll bring in a special guest next episode.
We'll do our best.
And don't forget, we can talk about love, sex, dating, and relationships on the man side. It gives some of you ladies some tips on how to deal with us men, because sometimes we can be very difficult to deal with and figure out.
All right, and also, men, remember, Zombie is not only married, but he also has children. So if you guys have any questions about your children, let me know. I'll do my best to answer it. I'm a smart man. Like Poison said, we've been around the block. We know our stuff.
Yep.
And don't forget to hit us up on Instagram, all right? I check my Instagram. I don't know about Poison.
It's at the Stirred Up Zombie.
Stirred Up Zombie, all right? I check my Instagram every day. I don't really go on anything else usually. I leave all that up to Poison because, he's the man of the hour. But hit us up on Instagram. Ask me a question. I don't really get much traffic, so I'll probably get back to you quickly. All right? This has been the Stirred Up Show with my man, DJ Poison, and your favorite brutally honest fellow, Zombie.
And you can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, at Poison the DJ. Thank y'all for listening.